Welcome to the Mindless show. This is a show where people lose their minds, I guess. I'm Kai, but it's spelled differently because it's a stupid rule. And these are some people who also have stupid names. Shaman Druid Dude.
Celtic Druid.
And Pt.3, I think.
Pt.3.
You talking about me? I'm not Peter. Fuck you.
It's
Sorry.
why are we doing this?
McWizWam, and it's what's the topic?
Oh, wait, it used to be some stupid.
I used to be Bob Dinkle.
That's the one.
and well, I didn't used to. That was my cousin, twin cousin.
Your twin cousin.
It's still like.
Still doing that, yeah.
Alright, and today's episode we're talking about space.
Part 3, finally. And
Yes.
I'm having third. Sorry about that.
This is
Yeah.
the spaciest episode.
Oh, yeah.
Coming to you from the space year 2016 still.
So,
Well, we're meant to film in the green screen room, but I couldn't be fucked.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do
What do you mean? This is the far-flung spaceship.
Yeah, of course.
It's, yeah, anyway.
That sunshine you see up there is because we're right next to the sun. We're about to die.
Yeah. Alright, so space. Let us discuss the space.
I mean, talking like the space news. I mean, it's a bit sad, but the latest thing I've heard about space is that the astronaut John Glenn died a while ago, like 2 weeks ago. He's the first man to, first American to orbit the Earth.
Yeah.
If not.
Not Yuri Gagarin.
Yeah,
Jesus, how long ago was that? Like when they gone over the Earth?
Oh, it was really like in the 60s.
Yeah, it was like 61 or something, I can't
I
remember.
think that's something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, space race stuff and all that. It's very, very cool and exciting. And yeah, that's what I said. Like the reason why we're not like going have a huge big space program anymore is because we're not trying to beat the Russians at it. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting that idea that like competition is what
Yeah, what drove
just drives progress in general. Like
It usually always does though. Competition's always such a big thing
yeah.
when it comes to social and political events, you know?
It's a bit of a shame that is the case because like now we have like this huge big cooperative space program with the International Space Station and all the stuff that goes into that and like
And we're just sort of not doing
we're
anything.
not like there's stuff happening.
Yeah.
But it's not we're not really at the vanguard anymore.
Yeah, we're not advancing nearly as quickly. I mean, things are picking up with private organisations like...
in a way.
yeah, it's
SpaceX
slowly getting there. SpaceX and there's a few
But the
others.
thing about SpaceX is it's never going to be like scientifically
Yeah, of course.
explosive. That's almost always going to be.
Isn't it just and they want to colonize Mars and stuff like that? So
Yeah.
Maybe like it's
not
Well,
exactly
they certainly want to do that. Whether or not they're going to, it's not about
it's not really, yeah, it's just that I can understand how it's not really the purpose of scientific exploration, but just because, like, we need to fucking get off this planet
Yeah.
before we kill it.
Well-
Unless we can actually fix it in time.
You do realise that, like
I don't know if we can.
you do realise like let's say like when we goes horribly wrong, it's still a nicer place to live than Mars.
Probably is.
Yeah, well, it depends how much we screw it up.
Mars is really bad.
I mean,
place
if we get into like Venus levels of bad,
That's-
where it's like a
that's-
super dense
that's
atmosphere.
physically impossible. There's no possible way to run away.
I mean, I'm sure we could. We're humans. We could find a way.
Could we
I'm
terraform
sure we
it?
could.
Can we build that stuff to terraform
We terraform the
planets?
Earth just to be worse.
If you maybe wanted to, for whatever reason, I'm not saying you couldn't. I don't know for sure. I don't know the numbers.
You just
but
move
I know,
it closer to the sun.
But I know there is a limiting factor on like runaway greenhouse.
Yeah, it's better for the
Yeah, well.
combination.
Yeah.
And light sky and fire. Or we do that thing like they did in the Doctor Who episode of the Centaurans and burn the sky.
That's so stupid. I love that the fireball goes across the entire planet, and then there's clouds everywhere.
I know,
Clouds of little water, like what? And nobody got hurt.
No, like
Oh,
no one in
so
aeroplanes or I don't know, going to space or no one in a hot air balloon.
Look, and then the air doesn't continue downwards.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
doesn't transfer. What do you mean? No, that doesn't happen.
There's no flammable gas around me at all. It's all up in the sky. And all this
I'm
poisonous gas that's gonna kill me. It's in the sky. What?
I'm
Fine.
surprised, like, because like, what is it? Heat rises, isn't that the thing?
Yeah, sure.
So like how like it didn't rise and just go outside of the atmosphere.
So by that
spread
definition,
like a
if I
wildfire.
put a bomb, like a grenade on your head, all the heat rises, so you'll be fine.
It would
not really.
It would maybe not kill everyone instantly, but it would certainly, like, just weather would be insane for, like, years.
At the least. At the very least.
I mean, just, yeah, it'd not be fun. So yeah.
Let's not burn the atmosphere.
Yeah, let us not destroy the Earth.
But
That is what we have learned.
Did you ever hear about, like, when they did the first nuclear tests? Like, they
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
entirely sure that the nuclear bomb would
Yeah, yeah,
ignite
yeah.
the atmosphere.
Yeah.
They were mostly sure it wouldn't.
Yeah, like,
They still did it.
it's like, by the way, this is a thing that might happen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh sure, go ahead, it's fine.
It's so
Was that the Trinity test or was that... No, the Trinity test wasn't the first one. I think it was one of the biggest
What
ones.
is it, Turing test?
Trinity.
It was Trinity. Okay, no, because the Turing test is very different.
Turing test is has nothing to do with nuclear or anything.
Yeah. But yeah, it's space. Sort of haven't really talked about it yet.
Do you guys have any favourite space films?
I like a lot of space films. I like Fifth Element. That's an unpopular opinion, but
I've
It's
never,
alright.
I've never seen it before. I've seen parts to it, and I've like, I think I really like it.
the director's making a new one. Like,
Of course.
Yeah. No, it's not another Fifth Element film, but
it's not a Fifth Element.
it's
But
based on a French comic book series.
it looks.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's the same director,
Whatever face.
and it looks like I've seen the trailer. It has like
Yeah.
a similar.
Yeah,
like, look. It's a
the
planet of a thousand cities. City of
Yeah.
a thousand planets. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which, yeah, that looks interesting
And
as well.
then there's another word as well.
Yeah.
Valerian, yeah.
Valerian, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like the name of it because the name of it make it sound like it's obviously going to be like a franchise series, which of course it will be. It's based on the fucking comic book, but like, I actually wish they had used the original name from the comic book.
What was the
'cause
original name?
I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's the name of the two people, and Valerian is one of them.
Oh.
And it's like Valerian and so a person, and you could just subtitle another thing, because then you know, like, oh, it's the journey of these two people, you know?
Eh,
I don't know, it seems
It's
like
just
too much
cool.
of, like, it's trying to be like a comic book.
it's just
title or
marketing.
some shit, yeah.
It's just marketing stuff. Saying like, hey, this is a name that people will buy stuff of.
Yeah, I just kind of thought like we are supposed to talk about sci-fi in the next recording, right? Aren't we?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we should probably, like,
It's
yeah.
space related.
I mean, technically, but like, so we just talk about space and sci-fi one and sci-fi and sci-fi one?
Yeah, sure.
Just mislabel them.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, what about space? What do you guys reckon about Mars One? Do you remember that? That was
Oh,
the thing that happened.
Was that the
happened
TV
yet?
show?
They are frauds.
Was that the TV show, or was that the actual people going
Mars One. No, they're people that actually want to send people to Mars, and they're
Yeah,
basically
no, I did that for...
incapable of doing so.
For
Well, the
was it-
technology doesn't exist yet, but the idea is that they're going to build the technology. Right?
And they're not. They,
for my year 12 SAC, that was the first one we did for English. It was an oral presentation, and I actually did talk on the Mars One mission, and I was pretending to be one of the people who was going to Mars. And like, this is why we should do it, because we need to start colonizing other planets and shit. And like, I'm totally for colonizing other planets, but like, mainly because I think we fucked up a bit too much.
There's a lot of problems with that mentality.
mm.
It doesn't actually work because, like, as I said before, it's like Mars is worse. Like,
It's still, but it's just the idea of like going out and actually colonizing.
yeah, no, but like if you want to make a planet livable, it's a lot easier to make Earth livable than it
Yeah.
is to make Mars livable.
To make a well,
But let alone like just traveling to Mars to start the process.
yeah,
to
but
make
on
it
Mars, you don't have other governments telling you that you're not allowed to do
But
things.
yes, you literally do. NASA like.
I know,
access
but
to the
I mean,
US government.
once you're there, they can't do anything to
Space
stop you.
pirate. Space pirate.
Mars is international waters.
Casual Martian
Declare an
reference.
independent city-state of Mars people.
Yeah.
Of Martians, in fact. True story. I mean, there's, what's it called? Was it Asgardia or something, where they're going to send a satellite into space and declare it an independent, like, political body, and it's an independent nation, and have people register to be citizens of Asgardia. I mean, it's just,
So,
as...
is this person just watching too many Thor films?
No, it's just like as a proof of concept to have like, as in for like national unity, international like unity towards
Yeah.
like space and stuff. But it's just like, it's a silly
They
concept.
reminds me of like Sealand. Have you heard that? It's like
it's a bit different to
the
that.
ocean platforms. So some people do live there.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
is technically a sovereign nation.
Yeah, well, micronation.
Micronation. Nobody actually
Is
recognises
that what
it.
they based the film
Yeah,
on?
well, I think they are
The
recognised.
Seabold film?
No sea land.
It's like
I know, you know.
they're recognised on a technicality, like the Principality of Hutt River, which is Principality of Hutt River exists in I think WA, or it might be South Australia, but it's basically this few kilometres of land owned by a couple of farmers, and they were like, oh, we're using this law from 16 whatever to become an independent nation, and the government was like corresponding with it, being like, no, you can't do that. But then they, in one of their like minor governmental people, accidentally referred to someone as the administrator of the Principality of Hutt River, and then by some other law that counted as them being recognised as independent.
Yeah. And so like, I'm just thinking like similar idea, like you can buy like sections of land on the moon, but you don't own any sections of land on the moon.
Yeah, no, that's a really silly thing. Nobody owns it to be able to sell it to
And the thing
you.
is like, a company, like this couple set up this company, and we're audacious enough to say, you give us money and we'll give you a satellite photo of the part of the moon, and like that, and you're paying thousands of dollars for us to give you nothing.
That's so silly.
It's so audacious. I like, they've got balls.
They're like, we're going to do this thing and people are going to give us money, and it worked.
I totally just realized
Just because they thought it was first, like.
I totally just realized that because it's space, we could not just talk about space, but talk about space.
As in like,
As in
the three dimensions
the
that we live
dimension.
in.
Yeah, like, you know, the amount of like space, like, the amount of like land space and shit like that, like to kind of.
Oh, like,
dive.
as in room.
Yeah, as in room. Yeah.
Should
So, I
we-
mean, there's a space that's above us or below us. Or
So there's outer space.
There's
Should
outer
we-
space.
Should we give the audience a better like view of the space that we're in? Like, not just like.
Just pan around.
Oh, oh.
Whoa,
Whoa!
whoa,
So this is
Whoa!
space.
Put on your 360 goggles, bitch.
I know you gotta make sure you put it back.
Yeah, let's get
I mean, you take your seat up. You take your seat up, balance it, don't worry. And the cinematography, yeah, don't worry.
Just right up your face, sideways.
Oh, that was like almost perfect.
Oh, nice. See, I'm the best.
Just casual brag. I'm the best. I totally know what I'm doing. Shut up.
It's not bragging if it's true, Julian.
Shut up. Continue. I'll just.
Was that a breach of privacy? Was that a breach of privacy?
Oh, probably.
I showed him.
It's, he can edit it out, it's fine.
The amount of times.
Well, we've talked about it too much from Dead and Out now, though, haven't we?
I was literally about to just grab some, but there's a plastic. I need some more.
So yeah, let us talk about space as in surface area of the Earth.
We've actually got nothing to say.
Wrong. Let us talk.
I used
What?
up.
What?
Wait, what do you say? What
Let
did you
us
say?
talk. Let us talk about space. Let us doesn't talk. Idiots.
What about like maybe like the space bar or a keyboard?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever
Why is it so long?
It's exactly 10 centimeters long.
Why?
Obviously not on a laptop keyboard, but on a standard like desktop keyboard.
Who decided that?
I mean, all other keys are like that's the same dimension. Like there's squares, but the space bar. I think it's just to like
So
use
you
it so
can
often,
reach it,
so
yeah.
like it's easy to tap.
That makes sense.
But like,
The E button should just be really big as well.
yeah. I actually measured the space bar once and it was exactly 10 centimeters long.
Of course you did. That's a perfectly rational thing to do. Of
Well, I
course.
know, I noticed it because in primary school. Do you remember those blocks you had, like?
Oh,
with the,
yeah.
the like the little cubes, and then you have like rows of 10, and then you have like square of 100, and then a bigger cube of 1,000. I realised that each one of those was 1 centimeter long, and had a we had a for some reason we were doing something with the rows of 10, and I say I just like go find something else which is a similar length. I'm like spacebar, and I knew that was 10 centimeters long, and like I was like 8 at a time, so this was a huge revelation. Because like things are the same size.
And you remembered it forever and ever.
Yeah, no, I'm never gonna forget it. Like, I mean, it's a interesting story that now all the internet knows.
Yep.
Sorry,
You're just eating bread.
Just some.
Bread is really good.
But it's white.
It's just white bread.
Racist?
You don't even have anything on it.
No.
My brother eats toast with just butter on it, and I thought he was weird.
No, I eat toast with just butter as well.
You're a maniac. You are a boring, boring maniac.
Sometimes it tastes good.
I mean,
Bread
like,
by
other-
itself tastes good.
like other maniacs, like murderers and like psychopaths. At least they're interesting.
Yeah.
You're just.
I mean, normal maniacs,
just eat
they'll
what
get
you
books
read.
written about them. You get nothing because you're a boring maniac.
All you get is insults.
Yeah. You're an insult to the word maniac.
Insults was last week, guys.
Oh, was it? Oops.
That was last year. Cough.
Okay, so we mentioned like the space in the room. We mentioned John Glenn's passing, which is tragic. And, like, actually, I guess he was old, so like, yeah. Old people die. It's a thing that happens.
Yeah.
We mentioned the moon, and so we got Mars one. But
Yeah.
I get the feeling that none of us really have it hard in like actually talking about space.
What
I
about
don't
the
know.
idea that...
I feel like I used up all my space on part 1 and 2, right?
You
But
want
what about
someone
the idea-
to talk about? Moon landing was faked. It's all a stage.
Okay.
To be the
No.
Russians.
Think about it
the
this way.
Russians never said anything. If it was faked, they would have said something. They'd have made rather a large deal about the fact that it was faked.
I'm just gonna like this is not my idea, but like this is what Neil deGrasse Tyson says about the subject, and it's very telling of like what it's like. Think about all the logistics you need to fake on the moon landing. You need to have factories where you build fake rockets, and like train fake astronauts, and you gotta launch these fake rockets because people saw them launch. They did go into space.
Well, they went up a lot.
I just want to point out, I don't actually think...
And we've started this, I might as well finish.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to hire thousands of people to build the rockets and man the factories and move the rockets and all sorts of things. There's so much logistics and work, isn't this? At some point, yeah, very fun. At some point, you might as well just go to the moon.
Yeah, it'd be more cost effective to actually go to the moon.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion. Like, because there are a lot of people. I know some big scientists who don't believe that we actually went to the moon.
That
They
is
think it was-
bullshit. There are no scientists in their right mind who would think that for an
There is
instant.
one of them. I can't remember what the fuck his name is.
He is probably
But
a fraud.
the problem is that
or
I-
a psychologist. As we all know, they're not real scientists.
Yeah.
It's mainly just the idea of I don't know whether because I don't know whether to believe if
Was it the guy from Ancient Aliens?
Okay. the big
Okay,
man.
yeah, he's got a degree in like sports management, by the way.
I remember I saw like this picture of, like a casket. And it's supposed to have like an alien rocket ship. I'm like, one that looks like a human rocket ship, and two, all the smoke that you say is coming out of it. That's fire. That's not fire coming out of it. That's just fire on the back. That's not what it looks like. There's nothing
yeah.
about that looks like a rocket. It's just completely aerodynamic. I'll find a picture of it so you can put it like here or something.
What about the thing? Because the idea, the conspiracy that because people think that the moon landing was fake, that even Kubrick was one who directed the role, and he hinted at it a lot during the film The Shining.
That's such a dumb theory.
I watched the film, was it Room 237 or something? It's a documentary. I've mentioned this before, but like
There was something.
it goes into so much detail about all these different conspiracy theories. I'm like, I can't believe people are actually so convinced that Kubrick was filmed the moon landing. Let's just think that maybe Kubrick was stoned when he made The Shining. I'd believe that more quicker than I'd believe.
I mean, the problem with all those conspiracy theories is like, in a certain logic, they are actually like rationally sound.
Yeah, they
But
always
they just-
have sound rationalizations, but they're never the only option to jump from.
They're never the only option. They never incorporate the entire truth either. But it's very difficult to disprove
Yeah.
a conspiracy theory because there's always like some loophole. Because like you can say like with the moon landing, there are like the astronauts left polar retroreflectors on the moon where if you shoot a laser at it, it'll bounce off it. You can get a reading from it. But the thing is like I think I can get a display on the moon landing and shoot a laser. It comes back and I have my computer out. And the little bar jumps up and stuff, and but the thing is, you can just say like, what does that bar mean? You just all that happened is like this program made a bar go out like
Well,
that.
the easiest thing to do is grab a telescope, look up, and see the man who's on the moon waving at you.
Yeah, well,
Simple.
I mean, if you had a good enough telescope, you could probably see like
no, really.
the shadow of some of the equipment.
No, it's no, because telescopes are not very good at doing really close-up stuff,
Mm.
just because everything's moving.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so like when you get close up, like the relative speed of like an object moving is too
Yeah.
fast for it to
Get a
actually
really
focus
good
on.
camera. And just take a lot of pictures.
Like, you didn't listen to anything I just said.
I did. That's the joke of it, yeah.
If he doesn't listen to it now, Julio will listen to it later, and he'll relay it over to our friend. What's his face?
That editing
Who's
guy that
one?
is you, that I'm refusing to play.
That
with.
editor guy who totally still works for us, yeah.
Yeah, that
Who
is
hasn't
you.
run away to another
That is
country.
you.
No.
With
Yes.
a false mustache.
He's
Sitting at the
a
computer.
Spanish immigrant who may have run off with another cast member. Wait, this show has more backstory than it should have. It's fantastic, but like, it's so mindless. I don't even know why.
That was bad.
It's
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to leave.
somewhat adds to the
I'm
comedy.
sorry, but it's just not clever.
No,
That's
really
the
not.
point. It's stupid. That's
Hey,
the point.
I have to make a complaint on the laugh sign back here that flashes whenever you guys make a joke. It's not working.
Do you want to join?
I'm practically already in here.
She's glad was
No,
doing
I'm
some
actually
D&D
getting stuff done here.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not. You're talking to us, but
Think of multi-task. It's not just a
So
girl
yeah,
thing.
Indian space program.
I haven't actually heard
That's
much
a
about
thing?
them. Like,
They sent a satellite to Mars successfully
That's
for less than $100 million.
that is relatively.
I mean, everything's always cheaper in India to make, right?
Hmm?
No, that's kind of racist.
That's
It
also
kinda
not
is.
true.
Yeah.
Like,
But it is-
You're
it is
mistaken
cheaper to
India
make.
for
It's
China?
it's cheap from our perspective.
yeah, but like,
But essentially, like
Go on.
the,
I'm on here.
the film Gravity cost $100 million to make, and the Indian space
it
program.
wasn't even a good film.
Yeah, they sent a real satellite to real Mars,
I like that.
and it works for less than it costs to make a
But
bad
Gravity seems so
film.
realistic. I mean, George Clooney
It's
in
so
space,
dumb.
yeah.
Oh, I hate it
Have
so
you,
much. All of the space stations are hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from each other at all times. How do they get from one to another?
Because
There's-
movie logic.
There's physically no way to do that without a spaceship.
Uh,
Do you know what they did on
She
the
does have
old-
a spaceship, doesn't she?
Not to my knowledge. Anyway,
They
I don't even care, it's
what
still
is it?
stupid.
The Sci-Fi Channel had a
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just boring.
what
Like,
did they had a Mars special events like
Oh, with-
miniseries film.
yeah,
Where
yeah,
it was
yeah.
as if like this is what might happen if we go to Mars. Obviously, trying to sell off the trying to get as much stuff from because the Martian was so popular.
yeah.
But I they kept selling it as if it seemed very realistic, as if like it was actually real and it actually happened. I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, it was really strangely marketed series.
Yeah.
There was like, oh, it's a documentary, but also a drama series.
Yeah,
I think
it's a
they- I think they
docu-
just
it's a
sort of like-
drama, but I think it's just the idea of like talking about Mars, but also giving you a realistic idea of what could happen.
I get the feeling they're just sort of like the Martian was like, I'll take one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
basically.
just exactly
Yeah.
what I figured.
I mean,
it
that's
was,
that's
But
just how.
you know, I
TV
remember
is.
a couple of days ago I heard about this competition where it's one of those like science competitions where they just go out to the community and say like, we want you to do this and there's a big prize, and I think it's $30 million.
Mm.
And so the idea is you have to get a vehicle on the moon and it has to travel 500 meters.
Mm.
But the thing is, the prize money isn't enough for everybody to build their own rocket.
Yeah.
And so almost everyone in the competition who's like seriously like considering doing this, decided they're all going to put their vehicles on the same rocket. And so when this rocket lands, all of these vehicles, and because it's the first person to do this, are going to have a literal space race.
That is so
Wow.
good. Alright, you ready? Go, 50 meters.
No, 500 meters.
Can we watch? Are we able to watch that like that?
Just
the,
all
what is it,
in-
the robot
it is-
samurai battle, whatever the fuck.
It is a
that was?
while away, but
Yeah, that'd be fun. Just all in opposite in like different directions, just spreading out.
And then transform.
If there were people living on Mars, they
and
think,
steal
you
the
know,
moon.
it's like the first Terminator movie or something.
No,
it's the moon number, yeah.
It's easy that you do. You build a 500 meter long, 550 meter long set of the moon, and just drive along that piece of cake. They'll believe you get Stanley Kubrick to direct it. It'll be fine.
I can
Just
just imagine
exhume his
like,
corpse. Oi, direct this for us.
Just use your money to buy a time travel machine. Go back in time.
Hey, if you can afford a time machine, you can afford to send something to the real moon.
No, but just with like the race thing, I can just imagine one person like takes their robot and puts a gun on it and shoots all of the other robots.
No, it just turned into Robot Wars. Just like circular swords and stuff.
It's like the Moon Godzilla comes out and just like, it's just the next Godzilla Wars film. It's got robots. I don't know.
The Moon Godzilla.
Moon Godzilla comes out. One of them is actually like the robot Godzilla like on
Mechagodzilla.
wheels, Mechagodzilla on wheels, just driving on the moon.
Oh man, I want someone to build a crazy looking thing to send to the moon.
It's just like
Just
they already have.
No, like an intention, like organic looking thing. Just to weird out.
From Futurama.
Just to weird out future astronauts. Just be like, oh, that looks like a giant insect. What is that doing here?
Yeah. Just imagine like Moon Godzilla just jumping off the moon onto Earth.
Just the moon going in the opposite direction. Just jump.
It's like jumping. Yeah, this guy's completely out of orbit and hits into Mars or some shit.
Yeah,
Makes it
when you
possible
think
to colonize.
about it, there's a planet in our solar system completely populated by robots, which is Mars.
Yeah, because
Yeah. And Earth. There's more robots on Earth.
Yeah, but
In fact, there are more robots on
exclusively-
Earth than there are on Mars.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
but
hey,
it's
Christopher.
exclusively
I guess
populated
so.
by robots.
Well, we don't know. There might be life there.
Yeah,
Which
like
was the fact that-
bacteria maybe, but they
Oh, because bacteria aren't people, oh?
well no, but they've looked.
I guess robots aren't people.
But it's only maybe back because they looked again at
No, that's the
someone-
point we don't know yet. Like,
yeah the only real possibility is like stuff that's subterranean because
of course, yeah. And maybe in those potentially bleeding, not bleeding, weeping craters. Have you heard about those?
where it was just sort of a flow of stuff.
Yeah, it's a flow of something, and it may be liquid water. It could be sand.
Yeah,
Like,
that
we
was
don't know.
what I was.
And the thing is, we have rovers within range, but we're not sending them there because they haven't been sterilised yet. And so people are worried about contaminating Mars.
They didn't sterilise the rovers.
Well, they didn't think that they would ever... This was before they were seriously considering looking for life.
Yeah, well, they've been doing that for. I mean, when they came back from the moon after Apollo 11, they had them in isolation for like a month.
This is after like the Viking probes went, and they saw how barren Mars was, and they didn't think it would be.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
So it wasn't so much a concern.
I mean, surely
But then-
our bacteria wouldn't be able to survive.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's so much solar radiation and stuff that there's sort of two schools of thought. There's so much radiation and all that sort of stuff that the robot probably has been sterilised just by being in space and on Mars. But then there's the other camp which says like,
It's like, what if something
what
survived?
if the thing is we don't have any way of knowing whether it's actually sterilised or not.
Yeah, I suppose so. So you don't want to risk it, which is fair enough.
And so like the current idea now is that we're just going to make a new product.
and remember
And
to sterilise
that.
it.
Yeah.
what about the one that they put on the comet?
What was it called?
Oh, Philae. The Philae lander and the Rosetta
Rosetta, yeah.
was the orbiter, which I think they might have crashed into the asteroid.
They did eventually
Wasn't
crash
it?
in.
Wasn't it? Yeah, because they crashed in. Wasn't I'm trying to not confuse what films I've seen of this kind of thing. But wasn't it that they crashed it there, but then they like lost connection with it because the solar panels were like.
That was the Philae lander. It had these like spears essentially in its feet that were meant to deploy when it landed, and they didn't.
And it tipped over on its
Yeah,
side.
it fell over, and then it wasn't getting any amount of sun, and eventually they just lost power.
So they only had the limited power in the battery left.
Yeah.
So they just had to do all the experiments in that limited time, and they didn't get as much information as they would have liked, but it was still a lot. It was still better than nothing. Like,
Yeah.
It's still got a lot of information.
And then
But the actual composition of like this particular asteroid and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, there was.
And that might be representative for asteroids. We don't know.
There was a silent happening short which was, I think it's called Space or something, but it's about a kid who wants to go to space, and this guy was explaining to the kid why you shouldn't go to space. Like it's too expensive. If you go to Mars, you die. If you go to all these planets, you die. And like it's like if you want to go to Earth, well you shouldn't, because like 100 billion people have died on Earth. You know, with all this like shit, just trying to say like don't be an astronaut and like the extent that they go to. It's good on them. Comedy? That's... I couldn't pronounce comedy for a minute, that was weird.
Alright.
Alright, sorry about that.
Yeah, just interesting. Interesting. Do you know what the earliest space program? Do you know when the earliest space program was developed?
What do you mean by space program? Like successful space
They
program?
had plans to go into space.
Sputnik.
No, would have. Well, obviously it's not going to be like the Russians or the Americans. It's going to.
No, obviously because it's a trick question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like
I've heard the
ancient Chinese or something.
Actually, no, yeah, you're right. That is earlier. There's another one I'm thinking of. Alright, I forgot about that.
Was it just
What
a
was
kid
it-
playing?
they
There was
didn't have real plans.
No, there was okay. This is not what I was thinking of, and I'll get to that in a minute. But there was a Roman emperor who
Oh yeah.
who decided I'm going to go into space,
Yeah.
and he sat on this chair with all these rockets, and he tested on MythBusters. And the thing is, he
Wasn't
said
that a Chinese guy?
you're Chinese.
Yeah. Sorry,
No,
I thought
that's
you said Roman.
No, I'm minor.
Yeah, you did say
yeah,
one.
you said Roman.
And so he set off all the rockets, and he went away.
Yeah. Yeah, not in the way he wanted to though.
He disappeared. And the MythBusters tested this. Yeah, he died. But, the point is, like, there were plans made, and he fully intended to go to space. The one I'm thinking of is was in the 1700s. Oliver Cromwell, his stepbrother, was a scientist, and we ran into. I'll finish the story.
Yep, finish the story.
And he was a scientist. He was all up to date with the latest scientific theories, particularly stuff about Galileo. And his telescopes, he'd observed things in space and how there were solid objects, and the moon was up there, and it was Galilean moon and all that sort of stuff. And he thought that, like, the current theory was that the sky went up like 20 miles and stuff, and that's how far you needed to go before you left Earth's magnetism, which we think was gravity. He called magnetism though. And so and the logic with that is that's why clouds stay up, because they're outside this 20-mile, and otherwise they'd fall to the ground. And so he proposed that we should build a space chariot. And that was what you would use to get the 20 miles up. And he said the mechanism by which you would do it is using springs and gunpowder.
Boy, I mean, that sounds a bit like the thing with the explosions series.
The Orion project.
Could be. There's like
nuclear bombs and
no. There's a smaller version where it's just like liquid or solid fuel rather than a nuclear bomb, but it's for in-atmosphere propulsion. Where it's the same thing, but it's just a series of explosions that send you up.
I mean, that's almost what a rocket is anyway.
Well, yeah, but this is rather.
I know what you mean, but it's
I'm trying to think of the amount of
Yeah, a rocket is
time
less of an
games.
explosion. It's more of a burn.
Yeah,
Sort of.
which is a sustained explosion, basically.
Well, they're different things.
It's slightly different, but it's
It
the
is
same
an escape
principle.
of
It's an
gases.
everlasting explosion.
No, it's not
Until
true
it
because
dies out.
that doesn't last.
No, that's...
The point is, it's like it's the same sort of like you get like expansion of like heat
Yeah,
and gas
expansion.
going in a particular direction.
Yeah.
So like in a physical sense, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we done?
Yeah, this is Space Part 3.
That's part 3.
Yeah, definitely not inane and off topic a lot. It was fine.
We always do this. Kai hosting, good. McWizWam Dinkle Celtic Druid, and SPAAAAAAACCCCCEEEEE.
Hi! Sorry.
Before we go, I just think like I think it'd be really fitting if like in that space race on the moon, one of them was a chariot.
Oh yeah.
I want one of them
Full
to be
circle.
a Trojan horse.
Full circle.
Full circle like the moon.
It should be. They should have like a Trojan horse one where it just opens
How?
up.
And there's a small
And it's
robot
like, is it a
inside.
small robot? And they're like,
Oh man,
No, it's just a bunch of Greeks in there.
tiny Greeks. No. What you do is you have one robot to get you a set distance, and then you have a small robot inside which gets you the rest of the way.
Yeah, I guess that counts.
it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Bushka robot.
Yeah, that's the Russians robot. No, the Russian space program, rather than having multi-stage rockets, and just one rocket with a small rocket inside. And inside that rocket is a smaller rocket.
Oh wait, and all the astronauts, they all wear spacesuits, they cover another spacesuit, and then you open the wall, there's a small Russian inside.
It is. How do you think the Soyuz would work? Anyway, alright.
It's been
Wait,
fun, guys.
how do Russian bullets work then? They become so small, they're splinters and they irritate the enemy so
Why
hard.
did you think they need to make them from depleted uranium so that the inner ones are heavy enough?
god, that just hurt my stomach.
He basically is like, everything the Russians build is a much good
I mean, inside Putin there's a small thing. That's why he's in charge. Is because inside Putin there is a larger Putin.
What?
Exactly. He's superior.
He's more the very fabric of space.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is full circle.
Alright, we're done here.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
It's been fun. See you guys.
Good way to end it.
Bye.